Welcome back. You're watching Sports Federation TV. As promised, we've got Kickboxing Western Province here. And if you're about my age, then you probably spent some of your childhood watching Kickboxer or Bloodsport or even Karate Kid and going outside and reenacting all those fight scenes. So I'm very excited to have these guests here. Welcome, Chantal Kotza. And we've got Tamsin and Thomas Pace, who are brothers and sisters, and they are also involved in the sport of kickboxing. Yes. Welcome, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So, what's 2016 been like so far for Western Province kickboxing?
2016 had extremely exciting stuff for kickboxing. The sport's growing extremely fast. A whole lot more kids getting involved. We've been doing a whole lot of new projects in the communities in and around Cape Town. So we're growing and we're bringing the kids to a sport that is a very disciplined sport.
Sensei Chantal Kotza,
Yes.
You're also the women's rep for Western Province.
Yes, I am.
So what's happening in that line with the development and more women coming into the sport?
Women in general, when it comes to kickboxing, I think people have a little bit of a misperception, because if you look at the guys, they're always, it's such a big, tough guy kind of a sport. And actually, it's not. So we're trying to get women to understand what the sport is about. At the end of the day, it's a martial art. So it's all about your techniques and about how you compose yourself in your everyday lifestyle, and then also being able to know that if someone is trying to rob you, you'll know exactly what to do.
You look ready to bust a move right now if something had to happen. So Thomas,
yes,
so many sports out there that you probably were exposed at in your school. Why did you choose kickboxing?
Well, at first I thought that it was a self-defense thing, but then when I found out it was kickboxing, I just thought I would try it. So, and I just enjoyed it straight away, and it's great for the fitness and self-defense, so I just enjoy it. It's just something, yeah.
So, brother and sister, who introduced who to the sport?
We both got into together, actually. Yeah, we started with sensei, and I was quite surprised that it was a woman sensei, but it was so nice to have someone to relate to, so that was cool.
How long have you been doing this sport?
We started, I think it was the end of 2016, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what has it done for you in terms of, say, the friendships you've developed, or how has it made you more comfortable with yourselves or in the school environment?
It's a lot of different cultures, and the vibe is amazing. So it's been cool to just get out of our shells a little bit and meet people we wouldn't have met otherwise. Tom, what would you say?
Yeah, I think also it's nice to do a sport which it's not very rare. It is quite rare at the moment, so it's nice to do something which not a lot of people do. So,
in your circle of friends, do you have anybody else that's also competing in this sport?
No.
No. Well,
So you're special.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good to be special.
Yes.
Have you taken part in any tournaments, Thomas?
Yes, I have. I've taken part in 3 tournaments now. This last Saturday was my 3rd one. Yeah, so I've taken part in 3 tournaments.
And how did you find, how was that experience for you,
I
competing against other fighters?
It was very nervous, but it was a nice experience, and I'll definitely do it again.
Do you have to train hard?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us a little bit about what your training is like on any given week?
There's a lot of respect, and I think we focus a lot on our fitness and techniques. Yeah.
Do you also compete, Tamsin?
No, I don't compete. I just do it for the fitness and the self-defense.
Okay. And you spoke earlier about the sport becoming more attractive to females.
Yes.
Why do you think that is? The growing interest from females for this particular sport that's usually, well, historically male-dominated.
I think with where we are at the moment in our country and women not being safe to be in any environment by themselves, I think mainly also started drawing women to the sport to be able to stand up for themselves. And then also the fact that it's not a sport, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. You must be able to want to get up every morning and feel. You must feel your body must be healthy, and you must
be compelled.
Yes,
to want to do it.
You must be there with it the whole time. Everything you do, and it makes you more alert, makes you more aware of your surroundings, and I think self-defense mainly, but as well, there's some good girls out there, some Muay Thai fighters, some kickboxing fighters. So
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because this is something that I've been struggling to understand the difference between. We've got kickboxing, we've got Muay Thai, I hope I said it right.
Yes.
And you've got, there's one more.
Tatami fighting.
Mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
So those three are kind of used interchangeably. So what would be the essential difference, or is it the same thing?
Okay, with mixed martial arts, you have the MMA, which is the guys that you see on the TV, the cage fighters.
The cage fighters.
The reason why it's called mixed martial arts is because it's a variation between stand-up fighting and ground fighting, which is your jiu-jitsu, your Brazilian jiu-jitsu and stuff. So that's where the mixed martial arts comes in. Mm-hmm. Then with the kickboxing, you also have different aspects of. So you've got your tatami fighting, you've got your full contact fighting, and then you've got your K1 fighting. Tatami is more points based, and it's a little bit lighter than the guys that are in the ring, but it's still a contact sport. All kicks, all punches, everything above the belt. Same with the full contact in the ring, also above the belt. No knees, no elbows, no nothing. Muay Thai, in the ring, elbows can go,
no holds barred.
Knees can go. So
okay, yeah. So it's basically the degrees of contact that is allowed.
Yes.
Okay.
And the different styles that go with that. So different techniques are allowed on different areas of the sport.
I was fortunate enough to be in the Far East last year, this time actually, and I mean mixed martial arts, Muay Thai, huge.
Yes,
it's huge. They're probably their biggest sport, while in Thailand, for example. Yes. You think that kind of excitement around these sports is also growing in this country now?
Definitely. From a young age. If you look at the guys from Thailand, they've now recently said that the youngest boy is 11 years old and has already got something like 30 professional fights. They literally fight every day. And I think what's nice is the guys are, our younger guys are picking up on the sport, and they are, they're seeing all these things, and they see that there's more to kickboxing than being a bully.
If there are parents out there, or even loved ones of somebody who's interested in taking up this sport, are their concerns founded in terms of, it might get a bad rap in the media or on movies and stuff like that? How controlled is it in terms of the violence, the risk for injury and things like that, especially with the young children?
Well, I know most of the club owners, and across the board, I think we all have the same idea when we have kids walk in, or any student for that matter walk in to a gym or to a dojo for the first time. We explain the sport. We tell them this is a contact sport. You'll never find that there's a youngster on the floor without a head guard, a gum guard, a groin guard, a shin protectors, foot protectors. So they pad it up when they start our training. It's when they go professional later in their years that then the stuff like the shin guards come off. But there's always some form of protection. It might look a little brutal, but it's not. So when you start off, you definitely would know what you're doing by the time you take your shin pads off.
Like with any martial art, I would presume. Yeah. So, Tamsin and Thomas, would you like to tell us about these cool things that's lying here on the floor?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Tamsin, you want to go first?
Yes, okay, so the gloves here on our right, these are point gloves.
We can pick them up. Would you like to pick them up?
Yeah.
Oh, go for it.
These ones.
Yes, these ones here, these are point gloves. So they are light, so they allow you to make quick movements. And you slip them on like this. This is a really nice make of gloves. They're from America.
You mean the more expensive one?
Yes, much more expensive, but definitely better quality. Yeah, the top 10 gloves. So these a lot quicker. Yeah.
And are these also? Is it when you talk about the protective gear that they must use? Obviously the arm and wrist guards, and then the shoes as well.
Yes, yes. If you have a look at the shoes, you'll see that they are completely padded. So at no point the toes is showing. So there's no, you can't hurt anyone with your toes. You can also not, because there's a whole lot of different kicks that we do. And there's a few of them that uses the back of the foot, which gives, this is also supported. So when the guys are fighting, they cannot harm each other in the way that it looks on the movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, so
Thomas, and these?
These are focus pads which we use for training, where it's almost like you're punching your opponent, but it protects the guy who's being punched. So you can, what you do, you say like one, and then I'll punch. So it's basically guiding the person's hands and helping them to practice their punches, and that's what these are for.
Okay. Thank you. Is this an expensive sport to get into?
yes.
It is.
Yeah.
In terms of the startup costs, I would take it.
Yes, with the protective gear that we use, it can become a very expensive sport.
So, upcoming tournaments. We've got a very exciting poster here. Fight Girl South Africa.
Yes.
Tell us about that, please.
So, Fight Girl South Africa is run by Rihanna Amiruddin. She is from Ray's Fight Club, and what she has started is to bring all the ladies in a full contact environment together all over South Africa, and then once a year they have international girls coming down to South Africa or to Cape Town and to compete in this event. Yeah.
Is this an inaugural event? Or, I mean, is it the first one, or is it
No, it's been going since 2006.
2006?
It's been going since 2006, yeah, and it's
And the
been
international
growing.
interest?
It's been growing. Like I said, once a year they bring people down from other countries to come compete against our SA top.
So, Cape Town or Western Cape, any of our local female fighters competing in this event?
Yes, I think there is. There's quite a few. Off heart, can't tell you all the names right now, but there's definitely a few ladies going to be at that fight.
This looks so exciting. So, what date are we looking at for this tournament?
It's the 22nd of April.
22nd of April, and
Yes.
I see on the information poster it's in Ottery. So
It's in Ottery, yes.
yeah, that's basically quite central for most people.
Yes.
And admissions at 180 rand. Well, that's about the going price for a good
Yes.
fight. Hey.
Definitely.
Okay. And you expect how many competitors?
Well, we normally look at about, anything from 12 to 16 fights on the card.
Exciting stuff. And Sensei, will you be competing here?
I'm prepping for the South African Championships at the moment in Durban, end of April. That is just a week after that. So no fighting for me until the SA Champs in Durban.
Sure. Exciting stuff. And
Yes.
you've got your whole lives ahead to even develop further in this sport. I wish both of you all of the luck and all of the good development in your sport. Thank you for joining us as well. We're going to ask our guests from Kickboxing to please give us a demonstration of some of their skills.
We're just going to do a basic combination. We'll start off with number 1, which is just your jab. 1, 2, jab cross. 3, jab cross hook. Again, 3, 4, 5. Right, and then we'll give you 1 kick. Tamsin, if you mind your foot there, Thomas can give us a nice high kick. Up again. There we go. Thank you so much, guys.
So that's it for today, folks. And thank you for joining us. Remember, Sports Federation TV. This is the show for all the sports in Western Cape, and you can catch us every Friday night on CTV, channel 263, DSTV, and repeated on Saturdays at 8 a.m. So Friday night, 9 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. I'm Linyukta Chetty. Thank you for joining us again, and be sure to tune in next week.